The story's official beginning is September 13th, 1913. Yet spirits were at work long before that day. Our story was shaped by both the pioneer spirit and the Spirit of God. The pioneer spirit that lingers over this land is adventurous and expansive. Over 200 years ago, Lewis and Clark's survey of the Missouri River and beyond focused the imagination of an entire nation on the great Northwest. Men and women struck out in search of new beginnings, grand opportunities, and a chance to make their mark. Wagon trains brought thousands. Steam trains brought tens of thousands. The pioneers in our story took part in a larger story, carving out Idaho as part of the great Western expansion in the last half of the 19th century. Among this hardy pioneer band was Eugene Emerson. Born in 1866, Emerson and his family migrated west. Young Emerson soon proved himself an able master of the land and opportunity. Active and ambitious, he acquired acreage and cattle, and eventually began providing lumber and supplies to settlers in Nampa, Glens Ferry, and Beaumont. Good stories often turn on the actions and resolve of one character. The NNU story is no exception. The Eugene Emerson story chronicles the power of the call of God upon one person. Emerson was not only a successful rancher and entrepreneur, he was a man of earnest faith, deeply shaped by the holiness revival movement led by Phineas Bresee in Southern California. He wanted to bring the revivalist spirit and the work of the young church of the Nazarene to Idaho. A man of action, Emerson used his resources to underwrite the establishment of Nampa First Church of the Nazarene. And as John Riley recounts, in the process of his spiritual search, the Lord seemed to lay upon Emerson's heart the call to establish a holiness school in the Northwest. Thus, in 1913, a three-person board of Eugene Emerson, Reverend M.E. Ferdinand, and S.E. Parsons set out to make vision reality. Gathering round themselves a small band of Christian educators, the Idaho Holiness School was formed, first meeting in a rented Mennonite church. On December 26, 1913, Lowell Coate, principal of the enterprise, filed articles of incorporation at the Idaho State House. The articles capture the heart and scope of Emerson's faith and vision. The objective of this corporation shall be to establish and conduct a school or schools, a liberal arts college whose purpose shall be to provide its students with an acquaintance with the major fields of knowledge, an effective foundation in and working grasp of one field, a balanced development of their own powers, and an encouragement to Christian commitment. Such graduate schools or institutes as shall be deemed advisable in the interests of Christian education. Each of these educational institutions shall be in harmony with Christian ideals, and furthermore, in its theological education, more specifically shall conserve, maintain, advocate, and promote the great New Testament doctrine of entire sanctification or Christian holiness. Fortunately, Emerson's clarity of vision was matched by his generosity of resources. He deeded 4 city blocks to the new school. Those 4 blocks hold a present-day value of $500,000. Beyond these resources, Emerson sought out able educators who could fulfill the corporation's aspirations. Emerson found his man in H. Orton Wiley. Pioneer founder met pioneer educator. In history's hindsight, perhaps no NNU match has been more significant than Emerson's means and Wiley's ends. Arriving in 1915, the young theologian educator was able to attract well-qualified sacrificial instructors. He built a strong liberal arts foundation during the week while promoting the new school to churches across the Northwest on the weekend. Word spread, courses multiply, and as C.V. Marshall, first dean of the school, wrote, "The day of small things was past."